Yesterday, I asked my subscribers to share the most unpopular COD Zombies opinions, and we got a lot more than I thought we were going to get. Like, there's a lot of them, and unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get to all of them in this video, so maybe if you guys like this, will be a part 2 where we go over more of these. And if you still want to see more than that, maybe drop your own unpopular opinions down in the comment section here. If there's enough collected, we can make it even to a whole series. Either way, though, let's not waste any more time and jump right into these COD Zombies unpopular opinions. So instead of jumping right into my subscribers' unpopular opinions, I thought that I should first start off with sharing one of my own, because we're probably going to be roasting a lot of these people, and you know, I want to also put myself out there to be roasted by sharing an unpopular opinion. And what is mine to start this all off? Well, we can't go too hot, right? Well, let's see. So what I think is my most unpopular opinion is that Black Ops 1 Zombies is one of the worst zombies experiences we've ever got. And the only time I ever say anything nice about it is because I respect that it existed, because if it didn't exist, we wouldn't have got actual good games like Black Ops 2, 3, and Cold War, you know? So that's all I'll say about that game. Anyways, time to roast some subscribers. So the very first one we're going to start off with, let's see if they could keep up with the sauce that I did with mine. Aqua says, Toglertoen is my favorite map. Okay, that is a weird one. This is one that you think to yourself, huh? Because I think when you ask most people what their favorite maps are, or where even Toglertoen lands on their favorite maps, I don't think most people have it in their top 15. So to say it's your favorite map doesn't, I mean, it's shocking. It's definitely shocking. But why? Like, why? Why? I think about the Easter egg, it's fine, I guess. It's a bottom, I guess the bottom mid, I guess I would call it. It doesn't have a boss fight. It ends the Ether story in a way that most people really didn't like. And yeah, I'm just confused. We didn't really have a unique wonder weapon. We had the Tundra gun, which was just the Thunder gun except slightly worse and did splash damage. So where exactly was this map great? That's where my confusion comes from. Where was it great? So I just credited this opinion to Dean here because I saw it multiple times, and we'll just give it to the one who had the most likes. And yeah, Zetsubo no Shima being some people saying it's an amazing map, that's fine. I disagree, but I don't strongly disagree. Like, you can like Zetsubo no Shima even though, you know, it has a billion doors you have to open. It has a completely underwhelming Easter egg, and also, especially on top of that, has a completely underwhelming boss fight. But hey, you can love which map you do. You know, that's up to you to like the maps that you do. You like those maps. You go. Fredster says, Jason Blundell's art style and atmosphere is nowhere near as interesting and unique as Jimmy Zielinski's. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to think about this. No, false, incorrect, not true, lies, you're lying to yourself. But actually, how do you see this? I mean, I think of like the atmosphere of the Zelensky maps, and the only one that I could think of that I went and played that map on, I thought, oh my gosh, this was insane, was Buried's. Like, I absolutely love Buried's atmosphere, but I feel like when you see maps from Jason Blundell like Mob of the freaking Dead, and you know, other maps that we saw later on down the road, whether it be Garod, or even one of my also favorites is going to be a map like, even though a lot of people don't like the map, I think it has one of the greatest atmospheres of all time, Dead of the Night. Like, these are all Jason Blundell maps that have amazing atmospheres, and they're also quite unique. I mean, even you can bring in the Rising Rocket here if you want to too. So no. Alina0710 says, Die Rise is such a good and fun map. No. Vindicta says, Blood of the Dead is just as good as This has 8 likes. Why? Who are the 8 people who agreed with you? Wait, there's a reply. I gotta check the reply. I find whatever I play, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, no one cares. No. No. What do you mean? Okay, like, I don't even know. No. Just no. Stop. You're lying to yourself. The 8 people who liked it are lying with you. Oh. Babuski Dickerson says Vanguard Zombies is by far the longest and hardest Easter egg. This is memeing, okay? It's not the longest and hardest Easter egg of all. So it's definitely a joke. It's a good one, though. It's definitely a good one. KFC Parking Lot says BO4 would have been just as good as BO3 if they kept the same HUD and gobblegums. Oh, that is an interesting opinion. I don't know if this is unpopular, but it's definitely a unique opinion that I haven't heard many people say. But at the same time, he didn't say the perk system, did he? Didn't, and that's kind of a big problem with it, was the perk system. So maybe if you add the perk system here, I would kind of more agree with you, KFC Parking Lot. You know, I would a little bit more. Ace Hunter says Alpha Omega was an okay map if you could get past the negatives. I love this. I love this. Yo, this map would be great if you just ignored all the bad things about it. Like, Transit is a great map if you just ignore the fog, the denizens, the bus never being there, the bus always leaving you, the Pack-a-Punch, quest, and the fact that there was a wonder weapon that could kill on high ground. Like, as if you ignore all that, great map. Great. I love that map. I would play that map every day if you just ignore those and just slide those under the table or the rug. Yeah, just ignore those. But overall, let's focus on what he said. Alpha Omega, it's not, I don't know, I guess. I don't know, maybe. Stray of the Rat says Origins is mid. Great way to start this. I've played thousands of hours for zombies for all the dev teams, but I still got to pull up guides for the stupid staffs, man. Oh, this person's a QA tester from what it sounds like. Interesting. We literally have QA testers, who actually QA tested, Origins. That's cool. I like that. Either way though, yeah. I mean, I get the opinion here. Don't get me wrong. I do get that people don't like dealing with all the super complicated stuff when it comes to zombies. Similar to what I said with the Easter eggs, I do think that there is not only a place for the variety of different Easter eggs, but also a variety of different maps. You could have a complicated map, you could have a difficult map, you could have all the different varieties of maps to give people different ways to experience zombies. And I think that's why I enjoy Origins a lot, because I like that style at least one time. I mean, if you just gave every single zombies map was like Origins, I'd probably stop playing zombies. But as long as you keep it limited to maps like this and just give us one every now and then, I think that it's okay. But if you continue to do it, it's different. So Next Gen actually gave us two different opinions. He says Stuhlinger carry Victus. I don't care. I didn't think anybody carried Victus, but we're going to ignore that one. But then he continued to say Blood of the Dead. Oh my gosh, we have another one of these. In almost every way is better than Moth. Oh, we did ask for unpopular opinions, didn't we? We did ask for those. Oh no, people say that with a straight face. Sergeant Dogface says the BO3 story is pretty strong story-wise with little inconsistencies. People just don't like the aliens or something. Oh my gosh, facts. This is such a good opinion. Oh my gosh, it's unpopular, but I agree so much. It is so straightforward. I don't get why people say that either storyline had to end because of some overly complicated story. What are you talking about? Sure, there was a crazy amount of story with the ciphers, the timeline, stuff like that you could get into, but you could have easily just followed the story just by playing the Easter eggs and seeing the cutscenes. You would have understood enough of the story and you would have had a complete story experience. All the stuff under that, all the complicated stuff, was just for the people who wanted to know a little bit more about the world and those characters in it. But you didn't have to, because it was quite simple. BO3 story, just collect the souls and then we do something with the souls at the end, Revelations. That's the story. It's not complicated. Thank you, Sergeant Dogface. This is the best opinion I've heard thus far, and it is unpopular because I've heard way too many people say otherwise. Now we're going to wrap up the video with this last one, and I want to get into more of them because, as I said at the start of the video, there was a lot more than I thought there were going to be. So if you guys want to see a part 2 of this, let me know by liking, subscribing, battle share, all that great stuff, because it lets me know you guys want to see more stuff like this. But for now, we're going to leave it off with our last one, and I saved this one for last, not because I've read it yet, but because I saw it had the most replies out of any of them, and if there's a lot of people replying to you, you're probably saying something controversial, so, let's get ready for this one. And who it's from is Primal Factor, and what he says with 3 likes is, BO3 is the worst zombies when you don't include Zombies Chronicles. Oh no.